Is saying man up an okay thing to say generally? Well, in today's standards, no. If you live in the Western world and even in the non-Western world, non-Western countries, for some reason saying man up is generally not an okay thing to say. How does that make any sense? Well, in schools you learn saying that you should care about more about your feelings than the facts. You should concentrate on this and that, without realizing if you're not manning up in certain situations, you can never progress in anything you want to do. So if you're telling a 16-year-old boy not to man up and just let out all your feelings to everyone in class, then he'll just get bullied and he'll never learn to progress. How is that? How is that even fair? Like, you could probably get arrested for not saying man up. You could get expelled. These teachers in college or in schools in general care more about what you say instead of them actually teaching the students what they should be teaching. Instead of them teaching the students the right things to learn in the future, they teach about the most bullshit stuff. LGBTQ. Oh, you can't say man up. You can't say man up because it's rude and it's immoral. All the other shit. You have those bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? Are you here to teach students or are you here to brainwash the students? Because a lot of the schools, since the dawn of time, since the start of schools, they've always tried to brainwash us into believing what they believe in instead of what or sort of letting us believe what we want to believe. It's just not fair. And forcing this portrayal of man up this, man up that, not saying to man up, it's just not fair. There are certain situations where if you say man up to a 10-year-old, it just doesn't make sense. Why are you saying man up to a 10-year-old? The hell, he's not gonna man up. Like, he's gonna do the same thing as all. He's gonna do the same thing as other as you know as he always does. If you're in an environment where it's like a warfare, like everything's trashed up, you have to hunt to find your food. You're struggling. There's barely any jobs around you. Your parents are struggling. So you, as the young kid, as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old kid, you have to be head of the household now. You basically have to. You are forced to man up without anyone saying to man up. You are forced to be in that situation, to be a man at such a young age because of the environment around you. And it makes sense. There are a lot of people who are living in very trash environments where, as a young guy, they have to man up and do things where a young kid shouldn't really be doing at such a young age, but they have to do because if they don't, the family would struggle even more, and they wouldn't be able to put food in their plate. So they have to take up jobs where they wouldn't where they shouldn't really be taken up, and they should be concentrated on their education first. They are doing things where they're hurting their body and they're feeling old when they shouldn't be feeling old. They're physically broken. But they're doing things at such a young age to forcing themselves to man up because they have no other choice, because of the way the environment is built, how the government has betrayed them, how it's just all destroyed. So they are forced to man up without anyone saying to man up. But if you live in an environment, if you live in a developed country like the UK, America, a lot of the European countries, you are comfortable. You are living. You are going to school every day. Now it's not that far from you. You're going to college. The education is mostly free if you live in the UK, unless you go to university, of course. But on that, and most of free, you have the best education you can have in the UK. You have you have you have if you live with your parents and your parents are working, you have food being provided to you every day. You are comfortable. You have friends around you. You are playing games at such a young age. You're watching YouTube videos. Like, you are a kid. You are living the life as a normal kid growing up to be a man. You're growing up. But let's say you're 19, let's say you're 20 or 21, and there are certain situations where you're acting like a child, you're acting a bit childish, and someone says, "Yo, can you man up? Like, you're 21, bro. You like, what you doing? You can't be doing that at the age of 21. You can't be acting childish like that." That's fine, bro. There are certain situations where you have to man up, because if you don't man up, they're gonna make you look. They're gonna see you as stupid, and they're gonna take advantage of you and just laugh at you, and just see you as a child, and just see you as a man child, and would just treat you as a joke. I would treat you as a joke. I would never take you seriously. I know you shouldn't care what people think, but there's a balance to it. If you're just acting childish and immature to everyone around you, it just doesn't make sense. That's not how it works. You have to man up in certain situations to show that you can actually progress, and do things. There are situations where you can act childish and immature and do whatever, but there are certain situations where you have to man up and progress. Because if you don't man up in any situation, you're just gonna be in the same pit hole, and and it's just not fair on your family and yourself. Definitely yourself. Because if you just act childish the whole time, in every situation you're in, you're not manning up, which means you're not progressing to be a man in the future. How is that fair on your child if you have a child? How is that not fair on your wife if you have a if you want to get married? How's that fair on the family? How's that fair on yourself? It doesn't make sense. You could be 30 and you're still childish and immature in whatever situation you're in. It's gonna come back and bite you. It's gonna come back and bite you, and you'll soon realize, damn, there were certain situations where I should have manned up, but I didn't, and now it's coming back to bite me. Think about it. But yeah, man, that's what I gotta say. If you're watching till the end, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to join my Discord server linked in the description. Don't forget to hit the little bell button so you don't miss any new uploads. And don't forget to click my link tree. All my social media is gonna be on my link tree. And if you have any stories or comments of parents telling to man up, or teachers talking about this, or don't say man up, don't say man up. It's not an okay thing to say. Any stories about that in schools or colleges or whatever, tell me that in the comments. But yeah, see you on the next video. Bye. Go for